couple of years ago, Beth and I were in Ocean City, Maryland, and we were driving to our favorite breakfast restaurant. And we got seated at a booth. And across from us, in their own booth, was a family of five. And there was the husband, the wife, and their two teenage boys, along with their grandmother. And we noticed something very peculiar. When the husband, the wife, and the two teenage boys pulled out their phones and were just scrolling and staring at them, and nobody was talking to anyone. Now, the grandmother did not have a phone, so basically she was just literally staring into space. Now, when the meals arrived, the family started talking, but again, another peculiar thing was that the husband and wife and the two boys were just talking to each other, and they were ignoring their poor grandmother who was just sitting there not saying anything. So once they finished their meal, the family got up, and I quickly made eye contact with the grandmother. And she looked so sad as she was leaving the restaurant. They literally ignored her that whole time. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Retirement SOS. My name is Ernie. And today we're going to talk about how to deal with people that look past you in retirement as you age. And I know this is kind of a little bit of a strange topic, but the other word for it is feeling invisible. In other words, you're here, but when you encounter people, you don't feel like you're here. You don't get the respect. Appearance wise, people just don't see us, as I'm demonstrating. And this is a big budget show, and I'd like to thank the Invisible Man for sitting in for me. So our perception is no one feels we're important enough to engage. And when we do meet people, they're just going through the motions. And then we start feeling an emptiness. And we realize that as we get older, we're not getting the same responses we used to get. And that makes us feel very, very sad. Now we're going to look at two simple tips to combat invisibility when you feel that people are looking past you. And please note, I'm not going to tell you to reinvent yourself because that is pure bullcrap. So number one, smile and make eye contact. That is such a powerful tool when you smile and make eye contact because that lets people know that you're in full control and nobody will treat you badly and nobody will ever ignore you. Number two, change to a positive mindset. Feeling like no one cares is usually a perception that happens when something big in your life has changed. And one of those things can involve suddenly retiring. And then you realize, well, wow, my life is just so much more quieter. I used to be the go-to person at work. Now my kids don't even lean on me anymore. I just don't feel the same. But there's a solution here. You've got to tell yourself that with retirement brings opportunity. Opportunity to do the things that you've been wanting to do for years. Now it's time for it. All you have to do is take the initiative. Your self-esteem should not change just because you're retired. In fact, you've gained a lot of life experiences that have made you smarter and wiser. So your perception of invisibility is just a waste of time and energy. And let me just leave you with this one little story. So when I go for a walk in my neighborhood and I'm just walking on my own, Yeah, everybody just passes me and nobody really talks to me. Well, maybe the odd person. But boy, when I walk with my dog, Ruby, who is a toy poodle, she just attracts so many people, and people talk to me. They want to know about my dog. So that's not a bad idea either. If you love dogs, get yourself a dog, and you're going to run into all sorts of people. So I just wanted to kind of leave you with that funny little story. So I hope you found this video helpful, informative. So thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.